Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Concordia's Matthew Swift and Paula Henderson of SAS.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Paula Henderson from SAS, and we are here to talk about an exciting announcement. Well, do you want to give it, or you want me to give it? You give it.
Well, this is your show.
Oh, okay, fine.
So if I give it, I'm going to talk about our state the entire time.
Oh, got it. All right. So we are, the next iteration of our United States Summit is taking place November 7th in Cary, North Carolina.
Yes.
Which many of you might know is the Research Triangle outside of the Raleigh-Cary area. Mm-hmm. And we are hosting it at the global headquarters of SAS. And so we wanted to take a little bit of your all's time today to talk about what we're planning and what we're putting together. But I think when I tell people about SAS, you are the largest private data company in the world.
Yes.
Right? Talk about the origins of SAS, so then we can also start talking about what's been happening in North Carolina and why this summit will matter. So talk about the origins of SAS.
Yes. Well, I'm sure no one has heard about AI at all, right?
Well, you know what's crazy though on the AI front? This is interesting. Last year, I don't know that I asked one question about AI of anybody. And this year, it's one of the main themes
Everywhere.
of the summit. And so I have a follow-up question for you in a minute on that one. But
Okay,
anyway,
good.
talk about SAS.
Good.
Give us the history.
Well, first, grateful to be here. We're really excited about the summit coming up in November. Our company was founded by our current CEO back in 47 years ago out of a great school called North Carolina State University, a former alum. Sorry, little prejudice there. It really started around, he wrote a statistical programming language that many students, he offered up for free for years. So if you took economics classes in business school, or if you are a biostatistician or epidemiologist, there are many professions that were trained with our programming language. And then about 20 years ago, we worked really hard to now embrace all kinds of programming languages and really continue with data governance and efficacy in a way that ensures that, first of all, it's trustworthy analytics and AI. All the buzz around AI for all of us is a ton of fun because we just love when we get asked, like, truly, how do you do this in a non-biased way? I know we had a session earlier today that you heard a great colleague of mine, Reggie Townsend, is leading a whole practice in this area. Because from our perspective, we've been doing trustworthy analytics to solve all kinds of problems for many years. So just to give you as a quick example, when you're traveling in different parts of the world and your credit card company or bank pushes an alert on your phone or gives you a call to ensure that it's you shopping, that is our software behind the scenes protecting families and businesses by all the major credit card and financial institutions. Just as one example. But I just keep going.
I love it. Well, and we're going to do kind of rapid fire, a couple examples of the different themes connected. But before we do, I want to ask this question. This is a little bit of a surprise.
Okay.
What's happened in the last year that has put AI at the forefront? What has changed? Because AI, artificial intelligence, has been around for a while.
Yes, I truly believe if we were building up to, there's always ups and downs with all types of technology. And there's a ton of momentum that was happening around the need for data and analyzing data, in addition to doing all kinds of advanced analytics on data. And then with the launch of generative AI, which I'd love to share our kind of message around what that means to us. But that then has just caused this incredible momentum where everyone's talking about it, and many are scared, especially those that haven't been working in the industry for 47 years. From our perspective, we feel very strongly that generative AI really can be used in a pretty impactful way when it comes to being able to create synthetic data. And that technology is still very much emerging. But to be able to create synthetic data that then you can do all kinds of analysis on, such as digital twins, when we'll talk about supply chain trends too in a few minutes. But the hype was coming, and we'll just see how we can all come together where we can do it in a safe way. That's what's most important.
So one of the themes of the summit in November is going to be health opportunities and challenges. And you've told me about a few different examples where SAS is on the front lines around health issues, life science issues. Talk a little bit about what you anticipate in November around health opportunities.
Yes. So first, we hope all of you come. This is a topic that's incredibly passionate, very passionate about, but I'm sure all of you have experienced at some point in your life a family member or yourself where you've had some type of health issues. And so our big focus at SAS is a business focused on healthcare, both private and public, but also life sciences. And with the opioid crisis that we've all been dealing with, and I think the right terminology is substance use disorder. We have been stepping up globally and helping. Here in the U.S., we're used by a number of states, helping to not only look for people where it's illicit drug use, but also to help local law enforcement agencies, and the health departments to be able to help connect people with the services that they need for treatment. And we're really proud of that work. And then we have another use case that I'm super proud of from a global perspective is years ago around cancer research, we were asked to take on a platform that would integrate data from all the global pharmaceutical companies and large cancer research institutions. It's called Project DataSphere. We do all of this pro bono and have been doing it for at least 20 years, all in an effort where it was a common platform, a safe platform that large, competitive companies could share their data for the purpose of cancer research. And then we have about 20 different statisticians and data scientists that help to produce models every day to help with some of the, and we believe we've been behind the scenes on some of the amazing work that's come out that then has led to great medicines and therapeutics.
Shifting gears, another subject that we're going to cover is supply chain readiness,
yes.
Trade and manufacturing. You've told me quite a bit about the power of predictive analytics when
Yes.
it comes to thinking about what the solutions are to address issues around trade and manufacturing.
Yes, it's fascinating what you can do on a manufacturing floor at a sensor level. And so we have just one example, use case. This is relevant during COVID when Georgia Pacific, as you probably all know, produces a lot of paper products, and so there was a huge need for additional different types of paper products through the challenges during COVID. We've been helping them. They process about 1 terabyte of data a day through machine learning, through our sensor, our technology that's basically analytics, IoT technology called computer vision, that's happening at the sensor level on a manufacturing floor. Another good one I love to share is with Lockheed Martin, which is around predictive maintenance, but that's so important when we think of the types of aircraft that they're responsible for making. And to know that you can do advanced analytics in a very small device in a camera to prevent some type of product quality issue is really quite remarkable.
Talk a little bit about North Carolina and talk about what's happening in the research triangle. What is
Yes.
for those that don't know what that means?
Yes, so I'm a super proud North Carolinian. Grew up a few years ago on a family farm. I love our state, and third generation in my family now of alum at NC State. So I am quite prejudiced to that school, but I do want to share, we have great universities with the Triangle area with Duke University of North Carolina, and then right down the road, Wake Forest, and also some other really great state-supported school systems with our UNC system. We also are the global hub for clinical research organizations in North Carolina. Quite a few of our US FDA commissioners are from North Carolina. There's a lot of focus, and of course, around life sciences, a lot of focus around ag tech. We have quite a few manufacturers that have made home high tech and also pharma manufacturers in our state. And then in Cary, where our headquarters is, a fun stat is 65% of the people in Cary have at least a higher, a graduate degree or higher, which I think is really fun. And from a PhD perspective, we're the second largest in the country with concentration in PhDs. But we do have fun, so please, with all respect to PhDs. We also have a great time.
And what other major companies are expanding in the Raleigh-Cary area right
Apple's
now?
has a huge presence and continuing to make investment there. We have Gilead is really expanding their presence, and so we, of course, Amazon. But we've got there's a lot of really fun. We're excited about the expansion with Apple.
Mm-hmm. No,
and also SAS. We reinvest 30% of our revenue every year back into research and development, and our kind of hub of R&D is on our corporate campus.
Well, listen, I'm very excited about the summit that we're putting together, and I'm excited that we are going to Cary, North Carolina. Last year's summit was held in Lexington,
yes.
Kentucky, and the objective of this summit is to talk about some of the most pressing issues facing the United States, but getting out of the big cities and going to the American heartland, if you will, and of which I think Cary very much is it. But the growth in that area is remarkable and an incredible case study for the country.
Yes, and when it comes back to our first topic around AI, we announced back in May another $1 billion in investment in AI, and so there's quite a bit of research that's going on right on the same campus area. That's a number of hundreds of acres. It's a beautiful place.
Oh, that's great. Well, looking forward to seeing you there, and looking
you.
forward to seeing all of you there.
Yes, thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.